Hi, so I'm here with.
Balarama.
Okay, and I'm just going to ask you a few questions about your religion.
Sure.
When did you first become a
Hari-Krishna.
Hari-Krishna?
I became a Hari-Krishna in 1994.
Okay, that's been quite a while. And what prompted your decision to become a Hari-Krishna?
Answers to life.
Okay, ancestor life.
Answers.
Answers to life.
Yeah.
Okay, and you felt that the Hari-Krishna movement, would you call it a movement,
Definitely.
answered your questions?
Well, the movement is based on a philosophy, and the philosophy answered my questions, actually.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about the philosophy?
Sure. I mean, the main difference, I'm born into a Muslim family, so I come from a Muslim background, so the Islamic idea and concepts of God I already knew.
Okay.
And I asked, let's say, more questions about God, about me as a soul.
Right.
I didn't really get satisfactory answers.
Okay.
So then, somehow, by chance, I came in contact with the philosophy of Vedic philosophy of India.
Right.
It doesn't, anyway, it's called India, Sanskrit based.
Right.
So there it has a lot more clear information about who God is, what God looks like, who the soul is, what the soul is, the relationship between the soul and God.
Right.
And especially the relationship in the spiritual world, the original relationship or the pure relationship with God.
Okay.
So that for me was and is the biggest thing. Because from younghood, actually, when I was 14,
Right.
I felt like I had a relationship with God. And I asked, who is God? What is God?
Okay.
And I was told kind of, don't ask such questions.
And who told you this? Was your family?
Father.
Your father?
Father,
okay.
and then we went to mosques and we asked the imams, and they kind of said, it's not our area, we don't want to know who God is, what God looks like.
Right.
And for me as a kid, it was kind of natural that, well, my dad's teaching me to love God, Allah.
Right. Okay.
So of course, it's natural I ask, who is he, what does he look like?
That's right.
And then I got no information there. But the Vedas, this is the biggest thing actually. You asked me what attracted me more is that the Vedas accept and explain what God looks like.
Right.
Spiritually. He has a spiritual form, spiritual face, spiritual eyes.
Right.
Of course, still maintaining the principle of God is unlimited, like Islam teaches.
Right.
You know, he's unlimited. But generally people think, oh, God is unlimited, so he doesn't have a spiritual form. He's like everywhere, energy, light. And you know, you can't really have a close relationship with an energy and light.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why we, even nice, fixed up Muslims, we have a distant relationship with God. And therefore, relationship with material things, car, house, money, wife, husband, kids, they're much more stronger to us here because we can have a relationship with those things. We see them, we touch them, we kiss them. You know, they're more real, let's say. Whereas God is not real because where is he?
Yeah.
You know, I don't see him, I don't touch him.
Right.
So, and because of that, actually, we don't get so serious about God. We don't get a taste, let's say, for God.
Yeah.
And that keeps us, unfortunately, limited and tied to the material world. You know, Indian philosophy also explains karma and reincarnation.
Right.
So Islam, Christianity accepts that whatever you do comes back to you. You know, as whatever seed you plant comes back to you.
Right.
But Krishna consciousness goes further and say, whatever you do comes back to you, not just this life. In your
other
next
lives.
life and next life and next life. So what you do today forms your tomorrow, and what you did yesterday or in your previous lives is why you're in the situation you're in now.
Yeah.
So with that understanding, nobody can say, why is God making me suffer like this? Why am I in this situation?
You kind of understand because you've got that.
You did something in the past.
Yeah.
You know, the science tells you obviously that you're suffering right now because you did that to somebody in the past.
So this sounds to me like it's similar to a lot of the Hindu ideologies or philosophies.
Yeah, Hari-Krishna, what you know as Hindu or Hari-Krishna is more or less the same thing.
Yeah.
Just when you get clarity in the details, you can see the differences. Because right now, just the word Hindu and Hinduism looks like what Islam rejected when Prophet Muhammad founded Islam. When he founded Islam, at that time it was like 500 different idols in Mecca, and basically he was told they're all wrong, get rid of them all,
Okay.
and just establish one supreme God to be worshipped without a second. you know. So in Hinduism right now, because they've also over the years moved away from the philosophy and studying themselves,
Yeah.
they've fallen into the trap of confusing angels, or what they call demigods,
Okay.
in mixing him with God.
Right.
So they're saying, well, actually, we don't know who God is. Maybe it's
Okay.
Krishna, but maybe it's Shiva, maybe it's Ganesh, maybe it's Brahma,
Okay.
maybe it's Indra, the demigods.
Right.
So then they worship them all.
Ah,
It's like,
okay.
well, do them all, and one of them's got to be right. The logic, right?
Okay.
But they've confused all that, and pretty much the Hari-Krishnas are doing what the same Prophet Muhammad,
Yeah.
as Prophet Muhammad said to them, okay, this is all wrong, worship one God. We're also saying, no, these are demigods, don't worship demigods, worship one Supreme Lord,
Right.
whose name is Krishna.
So if you had one message for society, because to me, you know, you've got the good, you've got the bad side to society, you've got the chaos, and you've got the peace, and you've got, there's a lot going on in the world.
Right.
But and I think a lot of people are struggling as well, you know, in society at the moment. And if you had one message for those people, what would that be?
Two messages. One, become self-realized. All of us, you know, I want what you want. I want pleasure, happiness, which an aspect of that is peace, right? We all want brotherhood. We all scream one love, right? But that can never happen. One love can never happen. Peace can never happen until we come to one level. What is that one level? Where we really see each other equally. If we see body, then we will see black, white, Chinese, African, yellow, Muslim,